Hey guys, another video series here. I'm here with Matt Moore, our Director of Paid Media. We're here to talk about Facebook ads, Google ads, all things paid media, and really what do we keep seeing in this world of people who try to do it themselves, kind of like DIY it, have an internal person do it, whether a qualified marketing manager, a paid media manager at that, or sometimes then turn to an agency and look for expertise. So it's an ongoing debate. We naturally have a bias, if you will. We run an agency and would love to partner with clients. But at the same time, many times we actually see that clients can do it themselves. They're a small business and we advise, I do at least in the sales process, Matt, I advise clients to try ads, to play around, to see what works before even coming, and looking for an agency partner. But in general, this debate, both economically, performance, you can have this, debate on multiple fronts around should a business kind of do it themselves, or should they maybe look for some quote unquote professional help from an agency? So I think what's important, let's start just talking in general. In paid media, kind of some trends, if you will. Over the years, paid media has gotten much more expensive. The cost of acquisition across Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, et cetera, the volume of advertisers that are out there, and ultimately just to get the same type of performance has just become harder and more expensive. What's your take in general? Like, what have you seen on that trend in dollars and in performance?
Yeah, it definitely has gotten more expensive, and that's also true for specific platforms. Generally, social media, especially on the Facebook, Instagram side, is where we've seen the biggest increases in terms of costs, right? And it's for a couple of reasons. One is supply demand, right? There's more advertisers, and the user base isn't growing as fast as it historically has, right? So yeah, you have the same amount of people and a lot of advertisers competing for those impressions, right? Which drives costs up, and it's all auction based. What the benefit though is the increased placements, right? So Facebook and really all the other social platforms are getting creative with how they're showing ads to people. It used to be just newsfeed and sidebar. Now you have Messenger, you have stories, right? You have in video, you have chat bots, you have a lot more places that they can show ads, which keeps the cost reasonable, right? But in general, definitely costs have increased over the years.
Yeah, and look, I see that, especially with these platforms like Facebook, Instagram, like you just mentioned, there's different formats of ads.
Yeah.
Now, what we also see is over time, the reason these platforms I think are so strong is because of the targeting ability, the audience targeting, the demographics, the third-party data, some of which has been kind of pulled back here recently. But in general, like you have so much targeting capability, and you could really hone in on who is the person you want to show an ad to. And then even after that, what's the type of ad, meaning the format, video, carousel, static image, sidebar, et cetera, that resonates kind of, and you get the most amount of interaction with.
Yeah,
So
that's right. Exactly.
Mhm.
And from our experience, I mean, even though the cost is slightly higher, it's still been very profitable for many of our clients, right? I mean,
Sure.
it's not worth doing, right? And time of year going into holiday season, yes, everything is a little bit more expensive, but the benefit and why it is expensive is because it is worth it, right? It produces quality traffic. The targeting, just like you said, is very strong, right? And that's on the social side, but it's on the Google side too, right? Is the quality of the traffic that's right for your business?
Yeah.
There's a dollar associated with that traffic, what's worth you, right?
Right. Yeah, certainly. I mean, again, on the biz dev front, when I have conversations, people always just care about their return on investment with paid. They're not opposed to paid. Nobody likes donating money, to Google or Facebooks of the world. But at the same time, if you can invest $1 in whatever it is and get $2 back in a return, that's just a profitable marketing investment. Maybe the return has to be 3-on-1 or 4-on-1, but that's hyper measurable. What we end up finding is common mistakes that people do when trying to do it themselves, and they fall into this, I guess, almost pitfalls, that we see time and time again. And that's where we think we can come in and help.